Good morning everyone, welcome to the next Sunday Morning Kids Club. Jack here again with your next session. So first of all, we're going to focus on the difference today between chipping and pitching. So you're going to need your wedges, some golf balls and some targets. If you've got some buckets, great. Some containers, even a chippy target, even better. First of all now, you need to get yourself a soft ball. We are going to do a quick warm up. So everything I do with this ball, I would like you to copy. So if I stick it up my nose, you've got to try and stick it up your nose. Put it under my armpit, you've got to put it under my armpit. But the only rule we have is the ball is not allowed to touch the floor. If it touches the floor, 3, 4, 5 star jumps are needed. Here we go. This is our warm-ups. Testing the hand-eye coordination. Nice and simple. Just throw and clutch it. Nice and simple. One hand to the other. And the other way. Right, now let's go up, clap, catch. Up, clap, catch. Up, clap, catch. Trick with this, don't throw it too high. Throw it in front of you, clap, catch, give yourself some time. Don't clap in the air either because it's harder to catch the ball like that. Up, clap, catch. Up, clap, catch. Right, let's do 2 claps. Easy. Good. So I hope everyone's staying safe still. Hopefully, this might be one of our last Sundays. Well, we're going to keep doing the Kids Club on a Sunday on the online for people, but this might be one of our last Sundays doing this without doing the normal class at little channels as well. So happy days. Right, next one. This time you're going to bounce it on the floor. You're going to clap, catch. Bounce, clap, catch. Bounce, clap, catch. Try and have some even pathway if you do, because mine's not very even, so it bounces everywhere. Good. Right, one more of them. Bounce, clap, catch. Right, next one. Going to play a little bit of hand tennis. So backwards and forwards between your hands. Again, nice small movements. The bigger you get with your arms, the more difficult it is to control. I haven't dropped it, which is good. Keep going. Right, now can you use the back of your hands? A bit more difficult. Testing your coordination. This is good, guys. Keep going. Very good. And then one big one and catch it. Right, last one. Ball on the floor. This is all about balance this time. So ball on the floor, feet together. Balance on one leg. Arms out, crouch down on one leg. Pick it up. Bring it back up. Good. And again. Club down, so ball down. Feet together. Other leg in the air. Arms out, down. Grab it and up again. Now can you start doing on one leg? Some clap and catches. All a bit tougher. The other foot goes on the ground, 5 star jumps. Good. Keep going. Good. 2 more. Right, swap legs. 1, 2. Try and get your balance better than me. If you're struggling with your balance, arms out. 3, 4. I'm falling. 5. Right, last couple of exercises. A bit of jogging on the spot. Fast you can. Good. Arms out, a few rotations. Backwards and forwards. Keep going. Good. And relax. Right, let's get on to what we're going to be talking about today. So what is the difference between a chip and a pitch? Now, a chip shot, normally played from a little bit closer to the green or just off the edge of the green. Ball will just pop up in the air, just get over maybe the longer grass of the rough or the unpredictable surface, get on the green very quickly and roll to your target. So it's probably going to spend more time rolling than it is in the air. Pitch is slightly different. So pitch is from further away. Again, you might be going over an unpredictable surface or a bunker or anything like that. But the ball's going to spend more time in the air and less time rolling. So we're going to focus on both. We're going to hit more pitch shots than we are chip shots, but a chip swing will look more like this. So we may be able to create a nice straight line between our left arm and the club, which I want you to do at the start. To take your grip with your left hand, or your lead hand. Arm straight, club straight. Put the other hand on and then put the golf club in the middle of your feet. And the chip will look like this. So we've got that triangle frame between our shoulders and our arms and the club. And you maintain that triangle frame. I'll draw that with you down my arm, down the club, back up this arm and across my shoulder, if you can see that. Back and through, and there's a little bit of rotation with our hips there, very, very important. But our wrists don't really get involved, okay? Our wrists stay nice and firm. They're not moving on their own. Pitch may be slightly different because we want the ball to go a little bit higher, travel a little bit further. Again, I'm going to set up with that left arm and the golf club in a straight line, but I'm going to maybe incorporate a little bit of wrist hinge. Just a slightly longer swing, maybe going more up to my waist with the golf club in my hands, as opposed to more with my knee when I'm chipping. A little bit further, a little bit more wrist hinge. I'm making sure I'm rotating my body from there as well. So that's very, very important. Right, let's give them a go, shall we? So we said we'll play a chip first. We said a chip's going to spend more time rolling than it is going in the air. So I'm going to try and make the ball bounce around here and roll to my target just here. It's a nice short swing, so hands a little bit lower down the handle. You want your feet to be nice and close together and the ball positioned right in the middle of your 2 feet. Let me play one this way just to show you. So hands nice and low, left arm and club in line, ball and club in the middle of your feet, and off you go, back and brush. There's not much wrist action there. We said with a pitch, go a little bit further up the handle, a little bit wider of our stance. We're going to have a little bit of wrist hinge, go to about waist high to waist high. I'll show you this one. A little bit further, a little bit higher from there. Ball's bouncing back off my wall, but I wanted to show you from that direction as well. Okay, let's have a little go, shall we? So chip, no wrists, pitch, a little bit more wrist action than it would be for a chip. A lot of people ask you a question of when should I change from maybe hitting a chip to a pitch or a pitch to a chip? It's personal preference. There's no particular way of doing it. I might like to pitch the ball where you guys might like to chip the ball, or vice versa. You might chip where I pitch, it doesn't matter. Pick the shot you're best at. Chipping's probably a little bit easier to do because you're not using your wrists as much, so there's less issues with making good contact with the ball. But if it requires a pitch and you're happy to pitch the ball, go for it. Right, so have a little go at trying to get one in my yellow bucket first. You might just see it in line with the club there. So what am I doing here? I'm chipping, so hands low, no wrist, just back and brush, very much like you're tick-tocking your putting. And remember, there's a little bit of belly turns, your belly's going to face the target at the end. That's very, very important. We never want to chip keeping our body still, because your arm's going to bend, left arm's going to bend, and the club's going to come off the floor. We're going to make bad contact. To keep those arms down, back, and brush from there. Here we go, see if we can get one in. Well, one bounce and touch it this time because we're chipping. So one bounce, and then rough. Excellent. Let's try that again. So there's no wrist at all. A lot of people when they chip will use their wrists and the club will go behind them. We don't want to see that. We want to see the club stay in front of our body. That's very, very important. So back and brush. No wrists and a little bit of hip turn. Excellent. That's 2 out of 2. Let's do one more. Nice. Again, so I'm getting that club and my arm lined up with one another. Feet nice and close, back and brush. Watch my wrists, they're not moving on their own. They're just rocking back and through because my body's making them move. Okay, one last chip this time. Oh, 3 out of 3, hit it. Right, now let's play a little pitch this time. So let's maybe go a little bit further. Let's go to the red pot there in the corner. So this time I'm not going to let it bounce and roll. I'm going to try and get the ball to fly all the way to the target. Hopefully hit it or go into it. So it's a pitch this time. So I'm going to be a little bit further up the handle. Now I'm going to make a slightly bigger swing and I'm just going to use my wrist a tiny weeny bit. Again, main focus is to turn my body. Get the right connection, make sure the club returns down to that low point correctly. Here we go. Holding that finish. Remember, like your trophy finish, you forces where you hold it for 3 seconds. Same with your pitching. Yes, we don't do a trophy finish, but we hold that finish for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and watch the ball hopefully go to our target. Here we go. A little bit tougher this time. Oh, hit the target, but a little bit low. Let's try that again, shall we? So again, difference between a chip and a pitch. Chip spends more time rolling, goes lower. Pitch spends a little bit more time in the air and will go, generally go a little bit higher. Oh, better for height, but a little bit left. Let's try one into the target right at the back this time. It's a little bit further. So I want to go a little bit further, slightly bigger swing. 1, 2, 3, remembering that rotation, very important. Here, we've got one. Yes. If you wanted to, if you wanted to get the difference in the understanding, you could throw a ball potentially. So if I pick two up, come near the camera, I'm going to throw one. I'm going to throw them both underarm, but I'm going to do one like a chip. So it's going to go a lot lower. It's going to bounce and it's going to roll. And I'm going to do the second one like a pitch. And I want to see if you can see the difference in the flights. So a chip would look more like this. It would go in here a little bit, bounce, and then roll. Where a pitch would fly in the air a lot more, bounce and roll just a little bit. So you're going to see the differences. First one's going to be a chip. So let's put my back to the camera. So chipping to the first target. So ready? I'm going to go in the air, bounce, and then roll. Now if I pitch it, it's going to go a lot higher. I'll go to the back target, a lot higher in the air, and hopefully land in your intended target. So as you said, a chip pops up in the air, bounces and rolls a lot. Pitch flies through the air a lot more, bounces and rolls just a little bit. So you might be going, as I said, with a pitch, you might be trying to land the ball a bit further because you've got to go over a bunker or go over some rough. Or a chip shot, you can hit a little bit lower and use the green to roll it through. Does that make sense for everyone? So there's differences between chips and pitches, as well as the technique change. There's a difference in how the ball flies and reacts when it lands as well. Right, let's play a game. You need 10 shots, okay? 10 shot challenge. Let me get 10 balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Ideal. Now your challenge today is a simple one. If you haven't got 4 targets, don't worry. You can use 3 targets if you want. I'm just going to tilt the camera down a little bit. If you haven't got 4 targets, don't worry. That's absolutely fine. You can use 3 targets or 2 targets or 1 target, whatever you want, and move them around. If I've got 4, if I hit this target here, I'm going to get a point, very much like Lily's lesson the other day. If I hit a target, I get 1. If I manage to get it in a target, I get 2. Now, because the back target's a little bit bigger, I'm only going to get a point if it goes straight in. If it hits it and doesn't stay in, no points. But the other 3, 1 point if it hits, 2 points if it goes in. So let's go for the front one first, shall we? So, hands in the middle. Show you again. Hands at the bottom. Straight line between your left arm and the club. Feet nice and close together. Back and brush. I'm trying to get these in, so I'm going to pitch these so I'll get over a little bit of height. Let's give it a go. Oh, hit it, that's 1 point. 9 more shots to go. Let's try the back one, see if I can score a point, shall I? Yes, that's in, so that's 1 point. Let's try that one again. This is actually a real golf ball, so I want to make sure I hit this one a bit softer. Little practice. Remember, hold that finish. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Got it, so that's 2 points. 7 to go. Right, let's see if I can nick a 2 point. Let's go for that bucket in the far corner. See, it's behind me. Bucket in the corner here. Give that a go. Little practice again. Good. Oh, hit it again. It's 3 points though. 6 to 7 to go. Go for the centre one this time. Oh, too hard. Good for line. It's a little bit firm. Go back to the front one. So you could change if you wanted to. If you maybe wanted to chip one into it, maybe tilt the bucket up like that. So now you've got time for the ball to bounce and roll and hopefully go into that target. Let's try that, shall we? Just missed it. Let's try that one again. That's what I'd recommend. If you're going to pitch them in, stand them up and try and fly them all the way. And if you're going to chip them, turn them on the side and get them to bounce and roll in. Let's get one on target, shall we? Oh, it's bounced dodgy again. Let's try that again. That's what I said, doing it on a more predictable surface would be good. Oh, won't go in. But you understand the feeling behind it. If I was going to pitch one to that now, stand it back up, tipping it a little bit higher, float it a little bit more. Let it land in that area, or a bit further. Okay, let's try and get another point. Let's go for that back one again. Finish on 3 points. Oh, missed it. Right, so unfortunately I only got 2 points, but I was just trying to show you a few examples there of what you could do. So, differences between a chip and a pitch. Chip goes lower, spends more time rolling. Pitch can go from a little bit further back. I mean, a pitch can be even bigger swing if you want to, where a chip will never get to that sort of stage, but goes higher, carries further in the air, lands soft and doesn't roll as far. Okay, so practice the difference between the two. It's important you do know the difference between the two. So if you are going to throw a ball underarm, practice a chip a little bit lower, makes it go lower, makes it roll more. Pitch, throw from a little bit higher, make it pop up a little bit more and bounce. So there's some differences. Hopefully we get back practicing our chipping and pitching very soon on the golf course. Practice it at home if you can. See if you can beat my points total, which I'm sure you will. And we'll see you all very soon. Well done, stay safe, see you guys soon.